Hey, happy Monday to you. How's it going, everybody? Texas Redleg here, wanting to throw out a video today regarding the ever important task of staying gray and paying attention. So, I'm sure everybody is watching the onslaught of cancel culture that's going on currently. And the cancel Nazis are on the prowl, okay? It's everything now. It's not just politics, it's restaurants, hospitals, stores, parking lots, schools, you name it. Okay, this is the way things are now. So be aware of the cancel Nazis and the fact that they are out to destroy anyone who doesn't drink the Kool-Aid or bend the knee to them or of what they do. So you either embrace what they do and agree with it completely without hesitation, bend the knee, or you're canceled. That's how they run things, okay? So, with that, in terms of staying gray and paying attention, doing your due diligence to remain gray and remain safe, I'm going to go over a few things here, all right? And it all sort of goes back to self-preservation, risk assessment, risk management, all the time, okay? Now, if you live out in the country with, 8-10 miles of rock road between you and the nearest highway, you probably aren't as prone to experience some of this stuff, okay? But mainly in the urban areas or the suburban areas, you're going to start seeing more of this stuff take place. So, having said that, number one, the public doesn't need to know what you do. All right, we talk about stuff on YouTube here and other platforms, and I think generally speaking, most of us are fairly neutral or gray or I would say vague in a lot of the things that we talk about. But they don't need to know. All right? Politicians, their families, these people are, getting, bombarded on a daily basis at their own homes. Raising hell, people throwing objects, graffiti on the walls of the home, on the concrete or asphalt outside the home, vandalism. So this is nothing more than, the minority trying to intimidate and control the majority. And I consider people like us with scruples the majority. So keep that in mind. So the public doesn't need to know anything about what you got going on, all right? They don't need to know where you live, okay? Be mindful of the things that you display, all right? I'm not talking about the American flag or the state flag, but you might want to pull some of the political stuff down currently if it's still up. Doesn't mean you can't believe what you want to believe, all right? I'm just trying to prevent you from having problems and having to even use your bandwidth to address them or go through some type of situation. So they don't need to know where you live. Watch the political signs and things that can identify you as cancelable. They don't need to know what you drive, okay? Vary your routes. Go different routes every now and then, check your mirrors. Know what's going on around you all the time. You might not want to run around with a bunch of decals on your vehicle that identify you as one thing or another, all right? Even having a pro law enforcement decal can get you jammed up now. Okay? So be aware of the things that you display on your vehicle and where you live. When you're out here on the web and we're all doing our videos and or we're talking on the phone or we're doing an email or sending an email, sending a text, whatever the case may be, you know, they don't need to know what we have or what we have going on. Your close inner circle, will know what you got going on. All right? Use OPSEC. If anybody doesn't understand what OPSEC is, comment below. We'll tell you. All right? But you need to utilize OPSEC on just about everything that you do. Be smart about all of it. See, because this government is radical. They've said what they're going to do, and they intend on doing it. All right? There's no more of this, oh, they'll never do that. They're not that crazy. Watch and see. They're already doing it. So this government is radical, and they will have to rely on information from snitches, informants, and things, and people like that in order to enforce these new tyrannical laws regarding the 2A and other things. All right. So this cancel culture, this holier than thou approach that this government has and that they rely on is nothing more than conditioning for what's to come. Because they got 2 years. They got 2 years to really do some damage. And they probably have longer than that because I don't think the right has the backbone to stand up and fight like they do. Plus, they'll come up with another reason to have to use mail-in voting, which we know is, ate up with fraud and criminality. It is what it is. So I don't think anybody's under any illusions there. But stay gray. Keep paying attention. All right? Don't think that they won't do something just because it hasn't happened yet. Because they're doing it. They've told you they're going to do it, and they intend to fully implement it. That's a fact. So, let's go through them again. The public doesn't need to know where you live, what you drive, what you have. Be smart and vague about all of it. The government is radical. They know that they have 2 years of unfettered power, at least, to implement these tyrannical laws and executive orders to further their creation of this utopia that they envision, which we all know is a bunch of BS, but nevertheless, it is what it is. So anyway, stay gray, people. Pay attention. Be smart about what you're doing. Of course, keep prepping. Stack it deep. And always remember, long live the Republic.